right, this is your commish speaking, and here we're going to do basically a recap and preview. So it was a rough week for some folks, and a great week for others. So first of all, for my predictions, I went 3-2 again this week. Of course, I didn't win my own match, which kind of sucks. So first match was against Brown and Gronk versus Stewie the Devil. And Stewie the Devil was undermanned without their workhorse AP, but Brown and Gronk just couldn't get it done. All of his players, basically all of my players, they stunk it up, and then one bad coaching mistake was benching Carson Palmer for Marcus Mariota. So never make that mistake again. And then also, what's been a disappointment is Antonio Brown's production, and that's due to Michael Vick. So Antonio Brown, he's chirping up right now, and basically his message to Michael Vick is, "Dog, pass me the ball." No pun intended. So this week, Michael Vick look for a lot of targets to AB, and they're gonna try to force it to him. So there may be some picks and whatnot, but AB should get his targets at least. And the next match, like the Tower Orange versus Jersey Strong, and the biggest difference here is that once again for LTTO, it's just been a bad season overall. No one's producing really. And for Jersey Strong, his two receivers playing strong. They're two top 5 receivers, and DeAndre Hopkins and Odell Beckham. So he's riding that wave, and he's on a 3-game win streak. So the top guys, watch out. And then third match was Bust Mode Gang against a Guru. This was one of our higher scoring matches, and it came down to Monday night. But the real difference here was Antonio Gates versus Jason Witten, and Antonio Gates basically outplayed the tight end position, and Bust Mode Gang goes on to a 3-2 record because of it, and is looking to roll this week with a great pickup in Charchandrick West. I think that's how you say it, or Charchandrick. However you want to say it, the guy is expected to play similar to JC's style. So Bust Mode Gang could go on a big run here, and then Big Ben is just aching to get back. He's about maybe 1 or 2 weeks away, and so that should be a big boost for him, and also for Brown and Gronk for AB. So congrats to Bust Mode Gang for getting to a 3-2 record. And the Guru almost there. Le'Veon Bell did what he can, but Antonio Gates was too much on Monday night. Fourth match, Veteran Baller Squad versus Chuck Day. And in this one, it was pretty equal. Even though Veteran Baller Squad, is struggling, with their tight end, with his tight end position, and got pretty much crap for receivers with Vincent Jackson and Benjamin and God knows who else. But the big thing here was Chuck Day NFL. The real difference here was a streaming defense that Chuck Day played, picked up Green Bay, and Green Bay went on to score, I think, like 24 points, which is unheard of. And Cincinnati scored 8, I think. So that was really, I think, the difference maker in this. And then finally, you have our 5-0 team versus Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow, luck ran out this week. Valiant effort, scored over 100 points, which is great. With the underproducing Latavius Murray and Amari Cooper, but still scored 101 points. iFart did his thing, was a beast. Blue Thunder, he just keeps doing his thing. And here again, I think the big difference here was the running back position, where Blue Thunder is just stacked. I know JC was a big loss, but nonetheless, Dougie, Devontae Freeman, I take my words back. Last week I said that he will not get close to 30, and once again he proved me wrong, and he got 26 of 27 points. So this guy is playing like a beast, and congrats to Blue Thunder, the only 5-0 team, undefeated team. I guess last week he was the only undefeated team too, but he continues his streak, which is pretty amazing. So props to him. So let's go on to, I'm not going to do any kind of special segment this week, so I'm just going to go on to previews for this week. So give me a second, guys. I'm a little under the weather today. If you don't know, we had a fire in Smithville, and all that fire smoke is kind of creeping into Round Rock and whatnot. So, but this week's matchups, they look pretty interesting. Brown and Gronk is going to play against Bus Mode Gang, and this is a pivotal matchup for both of us because we're both at 3-2. For once in my season, I am actually projected to score more points than my opponent, which is pretty amazing. But like I said earlier, AB is, not complaining, but he's just asking his quarterback to trust him, throw him the ball more. And I believe that Antonio Brown and Gronkowski are going to be the difference makers in this game. And, the X factor in this game for Bus Mode Gang is going to be that Charchandrick West. Spent a lot of money in free agency for that guy, and who knows? We'll see if he pans out. But, I am going to go with Brown and Gronk, LLP on this one, by a very slim margin. And then the second match for this week is going to be LTTO versus Veteran Baller Squad. This is our bottom scrapers, and finally someone is going to get a win, right? And Veteran Baller Squad, better hope that that's him, so he doesn't go a 0-13 record and be like the Detroit Lions of a few years back. So, but LTTO, Veteran Baller Squad, who knows if Luck is going to play. Veteran Baller Squad does have a quarterback that they got from LTTO. So Phillip Rivers, who knows? That guy could be the difference maker this week for VBS. But in this one, I'm going to have to go with LTTO just because I don't trust any of VBS's receivers. So it's plain and simple, and I just think the guy's got the worst luck in the season with injuries and whatnot. So once again, it's going to be another loss, and LTTO will get his second win, and maybe things are shaping up and he could make a run. Third match, Jersey Strong versus Stewie the Devil. Projections seem a little weird here because it's 87 to 103. But, AP's back for Stewie. He's got AP's, if you haven't heard the news, I think the question was, who is the LeBron James of the NFL? Is it Jamal Charles or Adrian Peterson? And I believe Adrian Peterson said, I'm not the LeBron James of the NFL. I am the Michael Jordan of NFL. So, and too bad JC's not here anymore to back his position. So we're gonna go with I'm gonna go with Stewie the Devil on this one, and I give him the win because solely because of Adrian Peterson. And Drew Brees is playing Thursday night, so he will be playing catch up against Atlanta Falcons, who will probably put up a lot of points. So we'll go with Stewie the Devil. Oh, you know what? You don't have Drew Brees. Sorry, you have Matt Ryan. So Matt Ryan, he's just going to put up a lot of points probably. And then Chuck the NFL with Tim Tebow. This one's going to be a close matchup, but this time I cannot go with the God's team, and I'll have to go with the Bapa's team. And Bapa's team is Chuck Day because Chuck Day is the real God's team. So I will have to go with Chuck Day on this one, and that's solely because, once again, he's got Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is always out to prove a point. He plays with a chip on his shoulder, right? So, I just think Aaron Rodgers had a bad game last week, and he will make up for it this week by throwing 4 to 5 touchdowns. So, Tim Tebow, you better pray a lot. Lastly, Blue Thunder against the Guru. So once again, Blue Thunder is always worried about someone's going to beat him. As naturally, everyone is. But Blue Thunder, he's not. He doesn't hide it. He really thinks the Guru is gonna whoop his butt. And honestly, this week it is going to be the Guru winning against Blue Thunder. So. Le'Veon Bell and those receivers, Brandon Marshall, Larry Fitzgerald, veteran receivers, they will come through for the Guru, and the Guru will look to go to 3-3, and Blue Thunder will get his first loss. So there you have it, guys. The recap is this week: Brown and Gronk, LLP, Light the Tower Orange, Stewie the Devil, Chuck the NFL, and the Guru as your winners. With that said, I'm out, and I will speak to you guys next week. See you.